I know this sounds crazy, but we're going to make palakbet. It's a fusion of palabok and pinakbet. It's going to be cooked, sotanghon, whipped with kalabasa puree and vegetables on top. But wait, there's more! We're also going to add crispy pork slices on top. It's gonna be delicious. Promise me you'll do it with me to believe. Let's cook!
Pour in the cooking oil. I'm using palm oil for better deep frying. Now let's move on to our pork slices. Make sure it's thinly cut. It's time to add our salt and black ground pepper. Massage it properly using your hands to incorporate the flavors properly. It's time to check if our cooking oil is hot enough. Sprinkle some water. Once the sound dissipates, we are ready for deep frying. For this recipe, I'm using 200 grams of thinly pork slices or bacon slices. Of course, we're going to use the one that is not yet marinated. Just like what we did earlier, we added some salt and pepper to it. We are deep frying because we want to achieve a crispy texture. Remember to put a strainer beside your cooking pan. We are going to strain our pork slices properly. We don't want excess oil, right? Let's slice our kalabasa or squash. Saute our purple onions. You can also use white onions for this one. It's up to you. But I like the fragrance that the purple onion sends. Now, let's add our chopped garlic. Then, let's add a pinch of salt again and some ground black pepper before adding the squash into the pan. Stir properly and add 1 tablespoon of bagoong. It's up to you if you're going to buy the one that is not yet gisado, but I prefer the one that's already gisado. Don't forget to add water once it's cooked before putting it into the blender. That way, the flavors will not be overpowering and the blender will not have a difficulty to blend the ingredients. I'm so excited, it smells so good. Now it's time to cook our sotanghon or vermicelli. I'm just going to add hot water on this one. No need to boil water and add our vermicelli inside a pot. It will overcook our vermicelli. Now it's time to comb our vermicelli using our trusty stainless steel fork. Once all the vermicelli is already into the water, let's leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now let's move on. Slice our eggplants ready for sauteing. Don't forget to use a properly sharp knife for this one. I'm also slicing our ampalaya. I like it a little bit thick, but it's up to you if you want thinly sliced ones for this recipe. It's best if we soak our ampalaya into the water so it will not be too bitter and it will not overpower our dish. Alright? Soak them for about 5 to 10 minutes. Let's move on to our string beans. I'm using 3 long string beans and I'm also slicing our okra or ladyfinger. I like it thin. It's up to you if you want it thicker. Now I'm adding 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm also straining our vermicelli. We don't want to overcook it, remember? The strands look perfect. That's just how I liked it to be. It's time to go back to our vegetables. Let's saute our purple onions again. And then let's add our thinly sliced eggplants. I slice it thinly so that it will cook easily. Now let's season it with salt and pepper once again. You don't need to add other seasonings. Trust me, it will taste perfectly. There you go. Stir it occasionally and then add sesame oil if you see that it's already drying out. We don't want a dry mixture for this one. I'm now adding our string beans and okra, and I also added 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. And also I added 1/4 cup of water and of course our sliced garlic. I added the garlic last, but don't worry, it cooks easily and the aroma is still at its best. I wish you could smell it too. Hey, don't forget to add the ampalaya. That's it. Now it's time for plating.
This is it. I'm so excited to dig in. Mmm. Mmm. You should try it. Palakbet. The pork slices are really crunchy. And since we added the ampalaya last, andun pa din yung crunch niya. But since binabad natin din siya water for about 10 to 15 minutes, it's not that bitter and it's not overpowering the entire dish.
Thank you so much for watching.